Hello, my name is Duncan Alderdice, and the reason I'm making these videos is to document the journey I take as I become who I am by making small improvements to my life every single day. And in this video, I'm going to talk about the small improvements I've made to my life in the past 24 hours, though technically it's from this list and there's only 2 small improvements and there's just a bunch more small good ideas that I have. But first item of business, we'll just talk about what I did at work today briefly. Hosted a couple demos that were good. I had 2 follow-ups in the morning. And they both no-showed, but then both rescheduled, so that's good. No deals closed, but there's good opportunity. But so in terms of the actual small improvements, having a bedtime and actually going to bed, or at least what I'm doing is turning off screens before midnight, has led to me having a better sleep. And then has led to me waking up with more energy, and then has led to me having better energy in the morning and a better day. Unsurprising right there. But that's just something that I know I've been trying to do. How do I get the least distracting looking screen? I don't know, I'm in such pain. I think that's good. I think it's just more, yesterday was the first day that it was funny because I was on Instagram Reels on my iPad watching, like really just looking at ads for coaching and social media marketing agencies, really just seeing what other people are doing for their ads. And there's a lot of repetitive things I want to bring up there. But then there was one that said like, you've reached a checkpoint, it's time to take a break. And I was like, I'm gonna actually use this. And then I use it as a checkpoint, saved the game, and then went to bed. Felt good in the morning. I did sleep in a little bit, technically, but I feel good. So happy about that. What else did I do? Okay, the rest of the small improvements aren't small improvements. They're really just good ideas. But okay, so here's the thing that I've learned is sometimes you need to sell people what they want so you can give them what they need. And that I got from the video. I think there's like a guy with glasses who works with Tony Robbins, who was talking to Andy Elliott, and I like Andy Elliott's sales training and videos a lot. And essentially what he was saying, the guy with the glasses, I think it's Dr. Kashi. I'm just gonna look it up so I know that I'm right. And Dr. Kashi. Tony Robbins, right hand man. I think it is Dr. Kashi. I don't know who it is. Sage Robbins. I think it's Dr. Kashi. I don't know. Anyways, he was talking to Andy Elliott, and Andy Elliott was listening. And essentially he's going like, Andy, you're at 100% intensity all the time. And that's because of like, you realize that is useful for you. Now, when you're talking to a crowd, you're going to have some people in the crowd who kind of just want a little bit of that. They don't need the full intensity, but they're going like, I like that, but I just want a little bit. So that and he's saying going like, it's not lose your energy, but take moments to speak to that person directly so that they can get sold on here. And then the point he's made is sometimes you sell people what they want so you can give them what they need. So like if you're going like you're selling a weight loss program or a gym membership or something revolving that, be like, can you commit to 3 days a week? Because that seems more a reasonable commitment than 6 days a week. Even if the program ends up being 6 days a week for them to hit the goal. But so then what I was thinking is like that made me think about how when I present the coaching opportunity to position it as maybe less work, less of a commitment, even if what the commitment looks like is different, so that they feel more comfortable about the decision, and then give them the more. Again, it's not a lie, like selling them one thing and then giving them another. It's selling them something, but presenting it as less of a thing, and then giving them more of that thing, knowing full well that more will help them more effectively. But if you present the more initially, it might be too much of a change for them to be. Actually, that's that effort and sacrifice, part of the value equation, the things that they have to change about their life in order to do. And then so just another idea that I had is if we, like, there was like a challenge like in the community to like have like a like a 6-week, you set a goal and then you hit your goal kind of challenge, where what it could be is like, then there's like a weekly call where people are connecting and like giving updates on how progress they have made to add a sense of community. Then they could actually make posts in the group of things that they have done, the progress that they've been made. Is just something that I'm trying to brainstorm ideas of things to make the community feel like a community. One thing that I do need to do, I'm either going to do it today or tomorrow, is create a post in the Become Who You Are school group, because it's been like 30 days since I have started the school group. Let's just see if that can be officially, and so I want to give a update on my progress directly within the group. No, it'll be tomorrow. Because then what I also want to do is get the people who I'm actively coaching with, whenever they've hit, like, I think it's 4 sessions or 5 sessions, we'll figure it out. But for them to actually make a post, because then the long play is then when I do my next wave of reach outs to more people to get them into the group, I want them to then come in and see that there is activity and there's a liveliness to it. So that's an idea that I have. Another thing on top of that is what I do need to do is record an about video with it for the landing page, so that people actually know what it is that they're getting into. Because right now it's just blank. And I think to not overthink it is to just like record it and be honest, have like a structure and idea on where I'm going, but not spend a week trying to figure out what it actually is. So that's the thing. Another great idea that I think would be a good one is to, if I commit to actually making the videos, because the videos before were just documenting my day. I talked about what I did at work, but now I'm actually focused more on the small improvements I've made to my life, less so on the work kind of thing. So then it would be useful if I could edit the small improvements from each video into one sentence. Hopefully I could say them in a sentence, and then compile them for that video, make that a not landscape, but a portrait orientation, and then that could be uploaded to Instagram or Facebook to make reels to populate, like have the same content repurposed in a different channel. That would be a good way of doing that. One thing that I actually learned, because yesterday I was just obsessed looking at all of the ads that different coaches had and what their offers looked like. A lot of them sounded the same, and a lot of them had like very over the top, like here's like a lot of them used the same actual words, which was kind of like it got annoying by the end of it, which then told me, going like, okay, so you want to stand out. Like, yes, it's a well structured offer, but it does get repetitive and it feels like it's the same pitch over and over, and it's hard to differentiate them from somebody else. The ones who did differentiate actually were the ones that had voices, and this is what I wrote down, that were less over the top and more calm and relaxed, more kind of like natural rather than advertisement voice, if that makes sense. But then the takeaway very much was like, okay, it's good to have a kind of general structure, but you also want to come across as human and not salesy, or not salesy. Sometimes salesy sounds good, like they want the presentation, but I think it's more the people who came across as like just like real people, like with a little bit of edits in the ad, I liked watching more. And actually, like there's a coaching group, Help Scale Your Coaching thing, that I'm going to sign up for. It is a paid membership. I think there's like one at like 500 level a month and one at like 2,000 level. But I'm going to start at the lower one to begin with. I locked in and paid for in full, like with the remaining balance of the Tony Robbins ticket, Unleash the Power Within event that is in November in Newark, New Jersey. So actually can start doing that. I was going to go for the full diamond package, but then that's going to be like triple the cost. So instead I'll just dedicate the funds that I have now to like travel expenses around that. So that's cool. And then the last thing is that what I should actually start doing is scheduling my after hours business time on a calendar. Because right now it's just open space, and it does tend to kind of turn into nothing. And I want to avoid that. I actually want to use it structured. So then if I actually like time block it, which there's a million things saying that you should do that, but time block it so that I don't have a list of things to do specifically with the business. They're all in my head. I have a list of things to do overall, but they're not specifically relevant to the business kind of thing. Some of them are business related, but it's not exclusively that. Yeah, some of them are. So I think I should have 2 lists, one that's separate for that. I think that will actually help. But it was a good day today. Feeling happy. Clementine Club, thanks for sticking around as always, and remember to believe in yourself because you're more capable of doing great things than you give yourself credit. I'll talk to you later.